ACNN. Sorry, we had to change our name. So due to copyright issues, we had to change our name to ACNN, Ancient China News Network. Today, we're going to be talking about the Han Dynasty. We have an archaeologist that came in today, and he'll be giving us a presentation. Guys, literally, can we please turn down the AC in here? I'm sweating. Oh, sorry, we were on, okay? Can we redo that, please? Anyway, today we are going to be talking about the Han Dynasty, as you know. Let's go straight to the presentation. Justin? Thank you, Luca. Today we are going to be talking about the Han Dynasty. This presentation was made by me, Justin Dukes. Without further ado, let's begin. Here's a little must-know info. The ruler of the Han Dynasty was Liu Bang. 206 BCE to 220 CE was the time period of the Han's reign. The capital of the Han Dynasty was Chang'an from 206 BCE to 9 CE. After that, the capital was Luoyang from 25 to 220 CE. In between this time, the capital was the Wang Mang, also called Xin Dynasty or Wang Interkingdom, 9 to 23 CE. As you can see, we have a little map right here of the Han Empire. Government and leadership. The Han Dynasty had an imperial bureaucracy. The leader of the Han Dynasty focused on religion and peace. The government split the kingdom into provinces with local leaders in control. In the Han Dynasty, there were many laws, and they used a censorate to investigate and discipline people. Daily life and society. Jobs in the Han Dynasty varied. Jobs in the daily lives of people in the Han Dynasty included scholars, bureaucrats, farmers, merchants, and slaves. 90% of the Han Dynasty's population was merchants, who were very unliked. And the reason they were unliked is because they would teach their kids how to act, and people didn't like the way that merchants acted, so people wouldn't like the way merchants' kids acted. Women had to stay at home and be housemaids while men would work. If there was low demand for products, that would mean less people had to work. If there was high demand for products, you guessed it, more people would have to work. Right here we have an image of the emperor, and it's like a social pyramid. So you have the emperor, bureaucrats and nobles, scholars, farmers, merchants, and slaves. And by the way, there were a lot of merchants, like a lot. Major achievements. The Han Dynasty established the Silk Road. They invented the first earthquake detector, which is shown right here. And I believe water is supposed to come out of the dragon's mouths into the frogs' mouths when there's an earthquake. But I have no idea. I think that's what it is. It's something that comes out of the dragon's mouth. They invented paper, and they invented suspension bridges. Han Dynasty legacy and importance. They helped find America by opening the first trade route. Now, you may be wondering, how? Well, as we know, the Silk Road was the first trade route, and then it became not as safe to travel on because of bandits. So people found a way around Africa, but that was a very hard journey. It took a while, and it was kind of dangerous because of pirates and rough seas. So then people were like, well, maybe if we sail around the world, we can get to China, but they hit America, or Christopher Columbus, he didn't technically hit America, he hit the Caribbean. Next, inventing paper, something we use daily. Now we use paper for almost everything. They invented paper, and which is something we use today, and we use it in different classes for work. We use it to print things. So that played a very important legacy because we use that all over the world. During the time of the Han Dynasty, it was very peaceful with little war because they were coming back from war, essentially. Like, in the land, there was war before this empire, so they wanted to have it peaceful because no one really wanted war. People in China refer to themselves as being Han. Now, they kind of made themselves a religion and a belief system to this day. Government laws / systems are used today. We use a bureaucracy. We use laws that they used. So it's very similar. So they influence what we use today. Why was this dynasty important to ancient China? Well, the Han Dynasty was important to China because they established the Silk Road. At first, the Silk Road seemed like a good idea, but after a few years, it wasn't safe to travel on. It wasn't safe to travel on the Silk Road because there were bandits who would steal goods. The Silk Road was the first trade route that connected Europe to Asia. The reason why it was good that the Silk Road had bandits is because people started finding water routes to Asia, which eventually led to the discovery of America. And we wouldn't be here today if people didn't find America, or if people didn't from Europe land on America, even though the Native Americans were there first. Thank you for listening to this presentation. Now, the sources were Asian Art and Britannica. We're going to be heading back to Luca.
Thank you, Justin. If you'd like to join our loyalty program, please go to acnn.com/sign up. You can sign up and play games, earn rewards, and get exclusive videos and benefits. It's only $299 per month. Since we had to change our name, the website is different, so don't go to CNN, please go to ACNN for Ancient China News Network. And thank you for tuning in on ACNN. Cut!
I'm being taken out by an Amazon driver. Returns. Am I right?
Thank you for tuning in on ACNN. Hope that doesn't happen again.